Hi everyone, it's NonnaGrace. I was tagged again. This time I was tagged by Michelle from TN. Now Michelle is not a weight loss channel, but she tagged me in a weight loss tag. What she is she's a lady that is trying to be as authentic as she can possibly be. She used to color her hair and now she doesn't, and she's growing it out, and so she's been showing the stages of how the hair looks as you grow it out. She also is the mother of 3 daughters and she's now an empty nest. So this is her tag that she gave me, and it is a weight loss tag. Now this tag, once again, these tags with the weight loss really doesn't. Oh gosh, I've watched a lot of people that have gone through weight loss programs and have tried different ways of trying to lose weight. My weight is different in that case. So I'll go into the question. When did you start gaining weight? Well, I'm one of those unusual people. I didn't start gaining weight until I was about 53. Around 53, 54, 55, somewhere in there is when the weight started to come on. So it's been a good 10 years now. A 10 plus, because I'm a little older than 63. But I remember when I was working at the county home. I've got to go into stories because this is going to be such a short video if I answer all these questions, because there's almost no answer to them. But when I was working at the county home, I was 19 years old. I was the youngest employee there. And I used to eat like nobody's business. And the girls used to say to me, "What do you have, a hollow leg?" And then somebody else would pipe up and say, "No, she's got 2 hollow legs." Because I could out-eat anybody and not a single pound would go on. But I was always eating good things. I ate a lot of healthier foods than a lot of people would have eaten. I was not a junk food eater. I never ate the cookies and the sweets and the candies and the pop and the soda or whatever you call it. That I never had those. I was not a drinker and I was not a smoker, so I just was tried to be healthy as possible. So when I started to gain weight, it was probably in my middle 50s. And am I an emotional eater? No. When I get upset or worried, I stop eating completely. I go the opposite direction. So I would not feel hungry. I could eat probably just a itty bitty. I have to force myself to eat when I'm upset, so I'm not an emotional eater. That is for sure. And how long have you been dieting? Well, you know what? I don't believe I've been dieting in the sense of dieting. I have been eating the ketogenic way of eating, trying to get rid of the 22 pounds that I gathered over the years. And so if it's been 2 years, then I guess you could say I've been doing that. And it says now, question number 4 is, are you following a diet now? Well, if you want to call the ketogenic way of eating a diet, then yes, I am following that. Now, you know, in my last video, I was surprised to find out there are people that don't know what the ketogenic way of eating is or what keto is. The comments that I received showed that that's something that not everybody knows about. Well, the ketogenic way of eating is where you try to keep your carbs under 20 grams, and that's total carbs. I don't do net carbs. Net carbs, if you did net carbs, you would check the fiber, then you subtract the fiber from the carb count, and that's how you would get the net carbs, but I don't do net carbs. So you want to keep your carbs under 20 grams. And then your protein, it's a moderate protein, high fat kind of way of eating. Now the protein should be around 75 grams. Now whether I eat 75 grams or not, I don't know, because I don't do my macros. And your fat should be around 80 grams. Now do I eat 80 grams? I don't know. You know, when I was growing up, I used to dip. Now, you're not supposed to have bread on keto because it's a carb, but I used to dip my bread into, after you fried or cooked some meat, like the beef especially, if you cooked some meat patties or some steak, I used to take the bread and I used to dip it in the fatty grease that was left over, and the flavor, oh, it was so good. I used to eat that, and so I was eating animal fat long before people were supposed to eat animal fat, or they tried to tell you shouldn't do that. And I don't know how many times people would tell me, that's not healthy. Well, maybe the bread wasn't healthy, but the fat was. Okay, one of the other questions is, have you had success in the past? I had never watched what I ate. I'm one of those lucky, fortunate. If this is not your video, then I understand, because really, I felt funny even doing this video, just like I did the keto one, because I do follow it, but I don't follow it like others would follow it. Now, I watched my mother struggle with her weight. I've watched my sisters struggle with their weight. And I've watched my aunt, and I've watched other people that I've worked with struggle with their weight and the type of diet, and they've been on diets, and they would they wouldn't have too much success. Let me tell you, but my aunt did have success. She was actually on Weight Watchers for years and years and years. My mother tried it, but she didn't do so good on it. And but my aunt, she had actually become a lifetime member, where she had lost enough weight where she could have been one of the people that you would go to the meetings, and she would be the speaker at those meetings. That's how good my aunt did. Do you follow a workout plan? Okay, now the workout stuff. I am a certified walk leader, but I was having classes 3 times a week. I have not now, and when the summer came in this past summer, I decided that it was time for me to stop having the classes. But I do a lot of walking, and I like to line dance. That's about as much exercise as I do. I did do the planks when there was a challenge. If there's a challenge, I'm willing to do the challenge, because I'm always testing my own self to see how well I can do. So as far as a workout program, I just walk, and I count my steps. I do wear a pedometer, and for years I wore a pedometer. Now I'm wearing my broken Fitbit. I wear that, and I check my steps. That's about my exercise thing. And what is my favorite diet? I like the ketogenic way of eating. It's not a diet, it's a lifestyle. So I guess I don't have any diet that I liked. And how much weight did you want to lose? Well, when I started the ketogenic way of eating 2 years ago, I had 22 pounds to lose. I have got I gave myself 3 goals. I gave myself the goal that I had, between Christmas and New Year's, I used to gain about 5 pounds. And so I gave that as my one goal, which if I tell you the numbers, you're going to say, you don't weigh very much. And that's why this whole thing is hard for me to do, because I'm only 5 feet. I have always weighed about 98 pounds. Now, I got up to 122 pounds, which for me is a lot of weight for my little 5-foot frame. And my goal has been to weigh at like 105 is where I wanted to go, because I thought, well, maybe I can make 105. Well, I made the 105. Now my goal is 100. I am like 1.5 pounds away from the 100. But my true goal is to get back to 98 pounds. I'm sorry if that number sounds so little, but I'm not a very big person. And all of the clothes that I wear, except for my pants, are all from when I was 98 pounds. I still have my old wardrobe. I have not gotten rid of anything unless it was worn out or stained. And those have become my work clothes around the house, kind of clothes. I do wear some of those, or I put something over top of the shirt that has the stain, because it's usually shirts that have the stain. And you want to know where the stains are? They fall right onto where my belly would be. They fall into my lap. And so I do tuck my shirts in to try to keep that from happening, and put a napkin on my lap so that hopefully I don't get dirty there. Okay, that was, I don't know what question that was. How much weight did I want to lose? It was 20. I'm almost there. It's taken me 2 years, but I'm almost there. Okay, are you comfortable with your body now? Okay, now let's talk about body image. I don't like my legs. That's the one thing I don't like. And I don't know if it's because when I gained the weight, my weight went into my legs and my butt area. They say that's the best area to gain weight because it's not hard on your heart. It's the best place to carry it. Those of you that carry it in your belly, around the middle, and get a very wide waist, they say that is bad because that is where heart problems lie. So mine was in my legs, and my legs have gotten, over the years, because of my type of work that I was doing when I was younger, and then with childbearing years, I have gotten some varicose veins that I'm not happy with. They're more spider-looking veins, but you know, when you look from a distance, your leg actually looks dirty because of the spider veins. And I have also the cellulite, I guess it would be called, the little pittings, the little dimples that Barb talks about sometimes. She's so funny. You gotta listen to Barb. She thought they were just dimples, and they're not. It's cellulite, and the way she says it, it's so darn cute. So hi, Barb. You crack me up a lot. And okay, so that's the part that I'm really not happy with. I am a very small person otherwise. Okay. And do you deprive yourself of any food? No. I will, oh wait a minute, I think there was something else I forgot to add. Or it says, do you feel like you're addicted to food? Well, you know, not anymore. But I have to tell you, when I used to go camping, and I used to actually cook my pasta lindiki, that's pasta with lentils, and I would put the spinach in it, because I wanted a little extra iron added to my meal. The lentils are high in iron, and then the spinach would add more to that. When I would go camping, on the Friday that we were there, because of being Catholic, we didn't eat meat on Fridays. And I just carried it all through my life as to not eat meat. Now the Catholics just don't eat meat during the during Lent. But I was doing it all year long because why did I do it all year long? Because pasta was my favorite food. And when we would go camping, if I didn't have pasta on Friday, I couldn't wait to get home on Sunday to go have my dish of pasta. So that was the only food that I felt like I was actually addicted to. And now I haven't had it in quite a while. So other than the little taste that I might take now and then, but it's always been a bad experience. So I haven't really had any. And the last question is, do you deprive yourself of any food? No. If I see something that I think I want to eat it, I will try it. I'm always disappointed that it doesn't taste as good as I remember. And I think that's because my taste buds and everything have cleaned up from the ketogenic way of eating. I find things that weren't sweet are now sweet. In fact, I have to tell you, I bought a loaf of bread. Why did I buy a loaf of bread? Because when my grandkids come, I want to cook them the egg on bread, and I don't have any bread to do, and I got to use up a lot of eggs. So I would scramble the egg up and then put the bread on. Well, I thought, well, one day I would have some eggs with the bread. Not a good thing. That bread was so sweet that it ruined my eggs. Isn't that funny? Because I don't even really like eggs that well. And the bread made it worse. So what did I do? Now, this is because I don't deprive myself of any food. I did make some homemade bread. But I don't eat, when I eat that, I'm eating like 4 to 6 eggs. I beat them up and I put the little bit of bread in there. I will have to show you sometime how I do it. And it looks like a big, huge omelet. But it does have the bread in there. So if you're on keto and you aren't supposed to have the carb of the bread, then don't eat it. But if you're not on keto, you can eat it. And that would be that. Well, that's my video. I hope this is not too long, but I hope you enjoyed listening to my whatever this you want to call it. It was a tag of a tag on weight loss. And Michelle, thank you very much. I hope this tag is what you were hoping for. I don't know. I never know what I'm doing when I'm doing these. And once again, anyone who would like to do this tag, I welcome you to do it, but you could let me know when you do it so that I can watch your video. I really would like to see. And the questions will be down below so you can find them. So have a great day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.